A string of fires in a local community have officials scratching their heads. Why they need your help to find out who did it.
And things are looking brighter for the Steelers this weekend. Who's back on the field and ready to play? All this and more on Point News.
Good afternoon, it's Tuesday, December 4th, and thank you for joining us. I'm Joshua Barr.
And I'm Joanne Pototsky. Before we get to our top stories, we're going to take it over to Ryan Bailey with a look at the weather.
Thanks, Joanne. We're going to open up today with a beautiful look at this morning sky in Brentwood, just outside of Pittsburgh. When we woke up, it was a little chilly. We'll be getting to talking about that in just a minute. Right now, we're going to be talking about what we're going to look at for the rest of the week coming forward. We've got a big storm coming in from the north, and it's going to cause a lot of wetness over the next few days. As you can see right here, we're going to be taking a look at this storm right here. It's going to cause some precipitation for the next few days, pretty much straight through. Now, what we are lucky about is that it's not quite cold enough for this wetness to turn into snow. It is going to be almost entirely rain. Really, the only place that's getting any snow is Washington up in this area right here. So luckily it won't be snow, but we are going to see a lot of rain over the next few days. Now this morning, as I said earlier, we woke up and it was pretty chilly, about 23 degrees. It felt more like 15 though, very chilly morning. Luckily it did warm up, nice and sunny, 42 degrees around noon and about 50 degrees around 5 p.m. So it turned out to be a pretty nice day despite the cold morning. Moving into tonight, it's going to chill down. It's going to be chilly again. It's going to be about 30 degrees, not too bad though. About 3 a.m. is when that rain is really going to start to hit us. That storm is going to come in, and from about 3 a.m. tonight, pretty much for the rest of the week, we're going to be looking at a lot of rain. On Wednesday, the rain is going to continue, as I said. It's going to be about 50 degrees, and it's going to be about that temperature. Thursday, about 55. Friday 57 and Saturday 57. So the temperatures aren't too bad, but unfortunately it's going to be a week marred by rain. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ryan. Police are investigating the death of a Menneson man. Yesterday, 36-year-old Chris Finchick was found shot inside his home on Maple Avenue shortly after midnight. Authorities have not yet released where he was shot and how many times, but an autopsy was done. Now neighbors are saying Finchick owned a tree removal business and had a teenage daughter. According to court documents, Finchick was awaiting a trial on drug-related charges and was out on bond. No arrests have been made. And a teenage boy who was revived after being shot in the neck last week has died today. 16-year-old Emmanuel White was shot last Thursday in McKeesport on the corner of Craig Street and Brownlee Street. Police say two groups exchanged gunfire when White was hit. The teen was originally taken to UPMC Presbyterian and was declared dead and then revived by doctors. No one has been arrested in connection with the shooting, but police are asking that anyone with information to come forward.
A multi-car crash has sent 7 people to the hospital in Washington Township. The accident happened at Route 66 and Kiski Park Drive and involved an SUV, a car, and a school bus. The driver of that SUV, a passenger, the driver of the third car, and a driver of the bus were all taken to area hospitals. School district officials say 3 of the students on the bus were also taken to the hospital as a precaution. The driver of the SUV and their passenger are both in serious condition. Police are now investigating the accident. And fire officials say they are looking into a string of suspicious overnight fires in the Glassport area. The fires were all reported within a couple hours of each other. The first fire started at an abandoned church on Ohio Avenue, and right after, several garage fires were reported nearby. 2 garage fires were on the 900 block of Indiana Avenue, and then another one was reported on Cherry Way. The county fire marshal and Glassport officials are looking into the fires, but there is no word on any possible suspects.
The Connellsville Area School District is facing a federal lawsuit to take down a Ten Commandments monument that has been on school grounds since the late 50s. The lawsuit was filed by the Wisconsin-based atheist group, the Freedom from Religion Foundation. The district is arguing that it's not promoting any one religion and was the gift of a secular fraternal organization. School attorneys say that the monument includes other symbols, including an American flag and 2 Stars of David. The school district has covered the monument in plywood until the lawsuit is resolved. 4 Darien area high school students were charged after being found with liquor-soaked candy on campus. State police said the teenagers knowingly ate the gummy bears that were soaked in vodka and were passing them out in the cafeteria. Charges of purchase, consumption, and possession or transportation of liquor were filed with the district judge. The students have not been publicly identified because they're juveniles.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers say that they expect Ben Roethlisberger to return and start as a quarterback on Sunday against the San Diego Chargers. While we have good news on Big Ben, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette said the Steelers could be without a cornerback, Ike Taylor, for at least 2 games. Taylor has a hairline fracture in his lower right leg from an injury that happened last Sunday against Baltimore. And when we come back, we'll give you a look at a trend that is popping up all over the country, how you can find it right here in Pittsburgh.
And your current prescription drug coverage may be changing with the new year. Find out if you're affected and how to deal with it.
Do you know all the things you can do with your student ID? Along with getting discounts to some of the restaurants around campus. Showing your Point Park ID can net you deals on tickets at theaters in the Cultural District. To check out all the current options, just search Student Discounts on the Point Park University homepage.
Point Park's new Student Center provides a place to relax in between classes. The Recreation Center on the second floor is equipped with pool and ping pong tables, with supplies available for checkout on the fourth floor. There's also computers, chairs, and widescreen TVs to watch your favorite shows. But if you're up for a more energetic atmosphere, then stop by on the fourth floor fitness center. Current students have full access to the equipment free of charge. Get in your workout for the day on the treadmills and ellipticals, or go to one of the classes in the multi-purpose room back on the second floor. Check it out for yourself in the former YMCA building on the Boulevard of the Allies.
Hello, I'm Stacy Smith of KDK TV, and you are watching YouView.
Police in New York City are searching for a suspect who hurled a man onto a subway track where he was struck and killed by a train. 58-year-old Ki-Suk Han was thrown onto the tracks yesterday afternoon from a train platform at the 49th Street and 7th Avenue station. The suspect fled from the scene, and police set up a command post outside the train station to see if any other surveillance videos got a better shot of him. Police say the subway suspect is black, 5'10" to 6 feet tall, and weighs about 200 pounds. He has dreadlocks and was last seen wearing a gray t-shirt, a dark jacket, and a cap. Police also told New York's WABC that the suspect could be mentally disturbed. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-8477 or log on to their website at www.nypdcrimestoppers.com. And the United States has denied reports that Iran caught and landed a small U.S. drone flying over the Persian Gulf. The Iranians say that the unarmed drone, called a Scan Eagle, was flying in Iranian airspace when it was brought down by the Revolutionary Guard Corps. But the U.S. Navy says it did not lose the drone, saying that this particular drone is commonly used and could have belonged to another country. According to developers, the Scan Eagle can carry electro-optical and infrared cameras, fly above 16,000 feet, and hover over a battlefield for more than 20 hours.
Police have arrested a man for murder in the case of a Florida girl who disappeared almost 20 years ago. 42-year-old Chester Dwayne Price was charged today with first-degree murder and kidnapping after he was indicted by a grand jury. 10-year-old Andrea Gail Parsons was last seen on July 11, 1993, purchasing candy and soda at a grocery store. The police have not released the information on what evidence led to the arrest of Price. Price is being held at the Martin County Jail without bond and is scheduled to make his first court appearance on Friday morning. And for years, the art of parkour has become a household name. I got to find out exactly what parkour is and what a local club does to keep it alive. Take a look.
Parkour, a sport popularized by France in the late 90s, has found its way into Pittsburgh. Parkour is a sport based on running, climbing, and other physical movements of the body.
I use more of a less physical term. I use it as more of a method of training and a discipline that teaches you how to become functional in movement and overcome obstacles in life.
Team Sanju, a division of parkour in Pittsburgh, is done by students and athletes all around the city.
In 2005, I met a couple people from across the country who were, we became good friends with and really interested in parkour. We thought, basically, what can we do to make this more well-known in America? What can we do to kind of spread this across the world? And that's basically where Team Sanju came into being.
Some of them have been doing it for years.
Parkour is just a movement of life, so basically anything active that I do, it's basically parkour.
Even though it's mostly done by males, girls also partake in this sport as well.
Never done gymnastics, I've never had any experience doing anything outdoorsy, so this is something completely new for me, and I still find myself getting scared of obstacles that are standing in my way. But the thing about parkour is that it's an ideology as well as a sort of practice. So, the more I overcome the physical obstacles, the easier it is to transcend that to other parts of my life.
The reason that I do parkour is because I like being able to explore my physical limits, and every day that I do parkour, I try to do something different.
For these guys, parkour truly is a way of life.
For more information on the club, go to www.teamsanju.com.
Boy, it's a small world. I went to high school with Andrew.
Did it ever seem like, he was ever going to get into that kind of field? Because, you don't really go to college to do a physical sport like parkour.
No, I had no idea. But it's amazing that he's traveling the world because of it.
Yeah, he told me actually, the last place he went to was actually India, and he said he got treated like a celebrity, just little kids and people coming up to him. They wanted their autographs, they're just doing, tricks and stuff in the street, and he says it's just great. He says, I feel like I'm just doing so much fun, I'm not even working a day in my life.
And to make a career out of that.
Yeah. And with Team Sanju, it's a local-based organization, but it stretches farther out through the nation. So.
Where else?
Yeah, well, just all over the country.
Oh, well, I certainly wish him the best of luck. And a new study says that basic prescription drug coverage could vary dramatically from state to state under President Obama's health care overhaul. Avalier Health found that some states will require coverage of virtually all FDA-approved drugs, while others will only require coverage of about half of medication. And consumers will still have access to essential medications, but some may not have as much choice. Connecticut, Virginia, and Arizona will be among the states with the most generous coverage, while California, Minnesota, and North Carolina will be among the states with the most limited. And it was announced today that Ashton Kutcher's biopic of Steve Jobs will close out the Sundance Film Festival on January 27th. The film, appropriately titled Jobs, is about the last 30 years of the legendary Apple co-founder's life, including everything from his drug problems to his battle with cancer. Also premiering at the film festival will be Lovelace, the biopic of porn star Linda Lovelace, starring Amanda Seyfried and James Franco.
And when we come back, reporter Lindsay Watson gives us a look into Point Park's newest attraction.
And Disney has just lost a huge court case costing them millions in the payout. Just how much it cost them and why.
We'll see if that's going to ruin your weekday plans.
Listen up. We have some important news for you. I'm Cassie Raddick, and you're lucky enough you get to watch this channel.
That's right. Hey everyone, I'm Ashley Lefevre, and we just wanted to let you know that Point Park University's campus television station UView is your go-to spot for campus news, sports, and entertainment.
We have shows such as Pioneer Sidelines, which is the longest running show in the station's 5-year history. But Sideline isn't the only show we have here on UView. We also have a morning show, Daybreak, which highlights your local weather, entertainment, and news. What more could you want?
With the addition of music and action sports shows, UView has taken over the campus with quality programming all for you. Be sure to tune in to Channel 4 to keep up to date on everything going on with the campus. UView.
Hello, I'm John Burnett from KDKA TV, and you are watching UView.
If you're having trouble with your schoolwork this semester, there's a helpful place on campus that you should know about. On the 7th floor of Lawrence Hall is the Program for Academic Success, which provides services like tutoring and academic counseling. The program's Writing Center is specifically designed to help you with your writing assignments, and you can even get help for them online. Students are encouraged to stop in the office, give a call, or send an email.
The royal family has announced that Kate Middleton and Prince William are expecting their first child. It's unknown how far along the Duchess is, but the palace has said is in the early stages. The royal couple was planning on waiting to release their good news. That was until Middleton was admitted into King Edward III Hospital with hyperemesis gravidarum. Now, this is when a pregnant woman's morning sickness is so bad she needs to be admitted into the hospital so that she can get continuous medication and fluids. Women have a 1 in 50 chance of developing the illness, and on many occasions means the woman is carrying twins. And with the announcement of Kate Middleton's pregnancy come questions about the future of the British monarchy. Until very recently, only a male heir could become head of state. And after meeting with the 15 other Commonwealth nations where the Queen is head of state, they have agreed to implement a new law changing that. Now, any firstborn heir will be allowed to take the throne regardless of their gender. This is the first time the law has been changed in 300 years. Queen Elizabeth was only allowed to take over the throne because she had no brothers.
A federal appeals court on Monday upheld a $319 million verdict over profits from the game show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. A jury decided in 2010 that Disney hid the show's profits from its creators, London-based Celador International. The ruling, which was made by a 3-judge panel of the U.S. Court of Appeals, found no issues with the verdict or with the judge's rulings in the case. The ruling comes more than 2 years after the jury ruled in Celador's favor after a lengthy trial that featured testimony from several top Disney executives. The company sued in 2004, claiming Disney was using creative accounting to hide profits from the show. And are you looking for great food on campus at a cheap price? Point Park's newest attraction is exactly what you need. Reporter Lindsay Watson has all the information. Take a look.
It'd be really easy for you to dine around the world right here in Pittsburgh. But Point Park's new neighbor can offer you a savory trip to Italy for less than $12 a plate. Osteria 100 can offer college students a wine and dine experience, all while going easy on their wallets. A college campus is no stranger to food. Osteria 100 opened in June of 2012 and had time to establish itself as a downtown hangout before the college students even arrived.
Osteria is basically a simple eating establishment, very similar to a tavern, less formal than a traditional Italian ristorante or trattoria, offering fresh ingredients bought by local markets and utilizing basically all that they can to provide the best experience possible at a very affordable rate.
With university students being accustomed to instant noodles and cafeteria food, this restaurant features quality meals at an affordable price. They serve a variety of dishes, from braised rabbit to pizza.
It's more of an Italian-influenced menu. There are some twists and turns along the way, using some French-type twists. The menu ranges anywhere from freshly made sandwiches to pizzas that we actually stretch the dough for, in addition to homemade soups, as well as some signature items that we make daily.
It's a little less formal. We try to make it so that you can get a salad and an entree, maybe go towards a dessert. You're going to get smaller plates, fresher ingredients. Everything's made daily. The menu changes 3 to 4 times a week.
From the food to the atmosphere, Osteria has something unique to offer. In spite of the sleek furniture and decor, this restaurant is the laid-back place to be.
It's more of a laid-back, cool, fun place to be. That's the impression that we want to get. There's been a big misconception that Osteria is very upscale and not a place for college students, when in reality it's more of just a statement in trying to keep the decor fresh and new.
Osteria 100 is located here on the corner of Wood Street and the Boulevard of the Allies. They're open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Wednesday, and 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Thursday through Saturday. Reporting from the Village Park, I'm Lindsay Watson.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That restaurant was just put there over the summer, and it already seems like it's getting pretty good business. Have you been there yet?
Yeah, I actually went there one day for lunch. It was really nice. The interior, the setup was nice.
And I saw the menu, and a lot of the menu I think really caters to a lot of the students here. A lot of people at Point Park like to eat healthy, and that's really what I saw. And I haven't heard any complaints about the prices yet, so if you guys are looking for a place to eat on campus, that might be the place to check it out.
Yeah, they're relatively cheap. And we're going to take it over to Ryan Bailey with another look at the weather.
Thanks, Joanna. We're going to open up here with a beautiful look at this morning's sunrise in Brentwood, just outside of Pittsburgh. When we woke up this morning, it was a little chilly. Turned out to be a pretty nice day, but we're going to look at that in just a bit. Right now, we're going to take a look at what we're going to be seeing later in the week. There is a big storm coming through up from the north. As you can see right here, it's going to be a lot of precipitation. Luckily, it is going to be warm enough that it's going to stay all rain. We shouldn't be seeing any snow. In fact, the only snow that anyone is getting really is up in this Washington area up here, but that's as far as, like I said, the rest of the country is warm enough that this whole storm is going to stay primarily rain. As I said earlier, this morning we woke up, it was pretty chilly, but it did warm up nicely. About 42 degrees around noon, warmed all the way up to 47 degrees around 5, nice and sunny all day long. This evening it's going to cool down a little bit again, right around 32 degrees. And 3 a.m. is really when that storm is going to hit. That's when we're going to see the first of the rain, and it certainly won't be the last of it. Wednesday it's going to continue to rain, about 50 degrees. Thursday is going to be about 55 degrees, raining as well. Friday and Saturday are both going to be 57 degrees and raining. Hopefully the rain will stop by the weekend, but no promises yet. We'll keep you updated on this storm.
Well, that about does it for today's show. Tune in next time for more regional, national, and local stories.
Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time right here on Point News.